New at 10, a killer on the loose. Police investigating tonight who is responsible for the death of a Yale graduate student. 26-year-old Kevin Jiang was getting a master's at the Yale School of Environment. He was a veteran and he had just gotten engaged. Jiang gunned down Saturday night in New Haven's East Rock neighborhood just after 8:30 in the evening. Police believe he may have been targeted. And new information tonight, sources telling Fox 61 both North Haven and New Haven police have visited the Arby's restaurant on Route 5 in North Haven multiple times in connection with the investigation. We have also learned they visited Sims Metal in town. Neither police department will comment more, citing the ongoing investigation. Tonight, Arby's also declining to comment. Meanwhile, Jiang's fiancée, colleagues, friends, and his family are mourning his death.
He's a nice boy. Everybody likes him.
His father, heartbroken over his son's senseless death. Fox